don't know if you can see this or not. Truck's kind of dirty, but I just drove 15-20 miles. It's up to temperature. I've been having a hard start on the Dodge Cummins 5.9 2nd gen. There's a few things I did. I'm going to shut this thing off. You see my fuel pressure here is it's at about 12. It was up here to 18. And this is a good gauge. This ain't one of them piece of junks, glow shift junk. This is I don't know, PSI maybe, I don't know. That's Jesus, I don't know who the heck made it. Anyway, it was pretty goddamn expensive, I'll tell you that. I went through those glow shifts, they suck. But anyway, this ain't about that. It's about hard start. I recently did a lot of work on this engine. I put a tappet cover gasket on it, timing cover gasket, and because I had like massive oil leaks. I mean, I was going through 5 quarts for about 100 miles. So anyway, of course, doing the tappet cover, I had to remove the injector pump, and I also I've always had a fuel leak on this truck. It's always stunk of diesel fuel, wet everywhere, and you look down in there, it's always been wet. So I got a new fuel canister and put it in there. No more fuel leaks, no more fuel smell. Now I've seen a lot of videos on the internet about this hard start problem, and I don't know if they're all cracked in the head or what, but some people said to back off the fuel pressure. That didn't do any good. I took the fuse out of the actually no, I didn't do that, but I backed off the fuel pressure. And I mean, I've tried everything. I've looked at my tack gauge. My tack gauge doesn't move or anything like that when I turn the key on. The wait to start light comes on every time. Well, I'll rephrase that, okay? The wait to start light, wait a minute. The wait to light wasn't coming on all the time. Come on, cooperate here, will you? All right. Jesus Christ, what the hell? All right. So anyway, the wait to start light was coming on when it was ice cold. Stone cold, this thing would fire right up like it always did. And then, but what I did was when I put the fuel filter in there and fixed all the oil leaks, I thought maybe that I had damaged the injector pump. So I was getting ready to chunk out a chunk of change because I'm into this truck too deep. I've already got a new tranny in it, and I've done pretty near everything to this thing, except paint it, which somebody's gonna have to do that. I can't do it. But anyway, so anyway, I fixed all the oil leaks, fuel leaks. Then I started getting this hard start. So I thought maybe I had damaged the injector pump. So I wasn't quite sure. I went on the internet, found a whole bunch of people say, do this, do that, do this, do that. Well, I did everything everybody said. I looked at my tack, see if it was jumping, see if it was moving. None of that stuff was happening. But what I did notice was that my wait to start light wasn't always coming on. And I don't know now, it's like 50 out. I'm wearing 2 t-shirts. It's not that cold, but it is cool now, and it's been starting every time now. Now, one thing I did do when I put the new fuel filter in here was I always had a problem with the relay power source. So when you turn the key on, the relay's on. I have an Air Dog fuel system here, and I got the 1/2-inch lines, and I've checked the return pressure relief. I put new one. I got a half a dozen of them. I put them all in there. I checked for leaks. No leaks. None of that stuff. All this stuff is stuff I've done to this thing to try and get the hard start to stop. Okay, so what I did was I hardwired it in underneath the dash here. There's a bunch of fuses, and I found a big power wire, and I tapped into it. So when you turn the key on, the fuel pump comes on. So it used to be over here on the fuse box. Well, I didn't like the way they had it in there because they had one of those little brass clips stuffed in the socket. My radio didn't work half the time. And then I found this guy on the internet who seemed to have an ingenious idea. He said that when you turn the key on and go to start the truck, the radio goes out. Well, he said that relay wire has to be wired on to the radio, so that when you start the truck, it shuts off the fuel pump and then it fires up. So I ordered this on eBay. It plugs in, and you can put the radio fuse in there, and then you can put a fuse in here for my fuel pump. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's because it's cold out right now, but what the hell? Jesus, come on, man. I know I'm feeble and old, but Jesus Christ, come on. So, I don't know if it's because it's down around 50. I don't know. The grid heater, I've seen people talk about the grid heater, all this stuff. Well, I can hear my relays coming on and off for the grid heater. And this thing does not stumble at all when it starts. It fires right up every time. And when it does start, even at a hard start, it fires right up. It doesn't stumble, doesn't smoke, like burnt diesel fuel, bad burnt fuel. Doesn't do any of that. This is going to be the oddballest thing I've ever done, ever seen, ever heard in my life. But this guy, I got to say thank you to, who said you got to hook it up to the fuse from the radio. Turn my key on, you can see the wait till light is on. Shazam, she fires right up. And I've started it 4 or 5 times now, and this thing would not start like this at all. This is how my Black Betty has always started. Hit that key, this bad baby fires right up every single stinking time. It never hesitates, never farts around. It never, ever fails. It just, boom, hit the key, boom, hit the key, boom. Always starts, and now it's back to the way it used to be. Now, I don't know if for some reason there's some kind of temperature thing or something that the grid heater and relays are actually working now. I'll find out when summertime comes, but so far I've driven this thing I drove it over to my kid's house, and that was 100 miles. Went back out there and fired it up when I got there, and it fired right up again. So I can say thank you to the diesel guy, the Dodge 2nd Gen, that he said to hook it up to the radio. So I did. Turn the key on, the radio goes out. That means the fuel pump stops. So there you go. I mean, I don't know. Hard start fixed. Thank you very much. This old Black Betty really appreciates it. Hey, like, subscribe. I got a lot of stuff with Dodge and tractors, and I'm into guitars, and I like to, I'm not a professional or nothing. I'm not a professional at anything. I used to be an automotive machinist. I was a professional. I play with blocks, real blocks, professionally. I don't screw around. But I'm retired. I don't do any of that stuff. I play my guitar and I fix old Black Betty here, and I like to play with tractors. So like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I appreciate it, and thank you again to the guy. I don't remember where you were or who you were, but thank you again for telling me about the radio with the fuel pump shutting off. Thank you again.